moving on. Bobby says, how do you send high-level links without it looking scammy? Shorten them. Use a link shortener. Use a link shortener where you can add your own custom domain. I use Pretty Links Pro on tchq.link, for example, or smshort.link, for example. So like, I'll just show you. tchq.link is a WordPress site that I created on that. So tchq for Tree Care HQ, right? .link. So, God damn it, if I could just type tchq. I can't talk and type at the same time, guys. I never can. /WP-admin. There we go. All right. So I'll just show you very quickly. Oops, sorry. I use this, probably needs updated. Yeah. With Pretty Links installed so that we can create these short links, which I'm about to show you, which we do all the time because that's how we send our short links for map radius images and for local search grid report images that show to the contractor client that they have a very poor, their exposure in Google Map search is very poor, right? That's how we do it that's how we get them to book the listing delivery call, right? We go through the process of showing them like, hey, we've got your listing directory, or directory listing, excuse me, ready for review. We'd like to jump on a call with you to review it, to make sure it's accurate and that you're happy with it before we promote it. Book a call with me here. And then they're either going to book the call or they're going to reply back with, well, why do I need to book a call? Can't you just send it to me for review? And then we follow up with automated messages that said, well, we've during the process of optimizing your directory listing, or publishing your directory listing, we identified some issues that are preventing you from getting jobs in the areas that you claimed you want to get jobs from, or that you claim is your service area. So we'd like to address that with you on the call. Pick a time on my calendar here. And then they're either going to book the call or they're going to reply back with, well, which problems did you identify? And then that's when we go through this exact process where it says, well, this is where you said, and to get back to the question, we send this link via SMS in HighLevel. So it's a short link. So we'll just go to where goes, and it's the short link that we're sending that then redirects to the image URL, because we don't want to send the long image URL that if it's hosted in HighLevel, yeah, you're right, it's a super long spammy URL, but we actually upload the images to Tree Care HQ, but that's still a long URL for an SMS text message. So we shorten all of those, and that's the short link right there, right? tchq.link/whatever, and that redirects to that image, as you can see here. So what we do is we say, well, this is where you said you wanted to get jobs. This is where you're actually getting work from, right? And we say only the areas in green. And so that's when we say, we'd like to address this with you and show you how you can begin to resolve this and start getting jobs from a wider or broader area on the call. Pick a time on my calendar here, and we send them the link, right? And so that's what we do. Again, to answer your question, I use Pretty Links in a custom domain that I set up specifically for shortening links, just like we have one for SM for semantic mastery, smshort.link. So semantic mastery short links, that's what that's for. Which, by the way, if you go look at that, not the admin page, but I think the homepage still has I think it still has Sam Jackson on it. If you remember this, I think it's funny. We had, yeah. So the homepage just has this, nothing to see here, keep scrolling, motherfucker. And I always thought that was funny. That was from, God, what was that movie with Uma Thurman? Anyways, old movie. Anyway, it's funny because we've had people that we've sent a short link to before, and some woman replied back in her support, like, I received this link and I clicked on it and there was a picture of a black man cussing at me. Like, I'm not kidding. It was the funniest thing. It was a support ticket where she was like complaining about, I always thought that was really funny. So anyway, all right, moving on. That was a good question. How does it look? Send links without scamming. By the way, you don't need to use a WordPress plugin to do that. I mean, if you have, a lot of them are going to be paid services, but something like Sniply, things like that, there's a lot of those kind of services where you can pay a monthly fee and you can add your own custom domain, and they'll create redirects and QR codes and all kinds of stuff. So just pick something that you can use a custom domain where you can make it a lot shorter so that it doesn't look as spammy as it does, right?